Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. And without any further ado, let's just jump right into today's video. So today I want to talk about the sexual exploitation of Hong Eunchae by the hands of Hybe. If you don't know who Eunchae is, she's the youngest member of Lesserafim. They debuted in 2022 and at that time, Eunchae was just 15 years old. At the time of their debut, there was another minor in the group, Kim Garam, who was just 16 years old, and Kazuha, who was barely 18. Now, I want you guys to keep their ages in mind because this is going to get quite disturbing and creepy. Currently, Eunchae is 17 years old and in November this year, she will turn 18 and I am scared what Hybe will do to her and the extent they will go to exploit her, considering how they have already exploited her so much while she is still a minor. I am pretty sure Hybe will go crazy once she turns 18. Lesserafim is a group that since the start of their debut have been surrounded by controversies, one after the other. I'm pretty sure everyone is synonymous with the whole Kim Garam controversy that happened. At one point, Kim Garam was probably a bigger name than Lesserafim. They debuted with the song called Fearless, and that whole Kim Garam controversy kind of overshadowed the other shady things going on with their debut. Most importantly, their mature choreography. Lesserafim members have a pretty big age gap between the youngest and the oldest. The oldest being Sakura, who is currently 26, and Eunchae, who is currently 17. And at their debut, they were 24 and 15 respectively. But this isn't something new. We have seen a lot of groups debut with big age gap amongst the members and do just fine. For example, Red Velvet, Iron and Yeri also had a decade age gap between them. And there are plenty other groups as well. But while most groups do well with balancing their concepts to fit both the older and the younger members, Lesserafim has failed to consider the minors in the group since the start. Now, as I told you, the group debuted with 2 minors and 1 barely legal teen. And with the Fearless music video, there were multiple parts of the choreography which were not suitable for minors to do. One specific part was when all the members were lying down and humping the floor. I remember people raising concerns about this specific part, and Hybe was pretty quick to act on that and it was removed from their official choreography. But them reacting fast doesn't justify that they tried to make the minors do a move that was incredibly inappropriate. But people quickly moved on from that as they were more focused on the Kim Garam situation and this issue was buried right there and then. Also, Eunchae was made to wear extremely short shorts around this time as well, which was not talked about at all. There were times when she would get the shortest outfits out of all of the members. A lot of people like to say that, oh, I have seen kids younger than Eunchae wear shorter clothes than this. Stop. That doesn't justify anything. You're embarrassing yourself trying to excuse and downplay this situation. Eunchae is an underage public figure and it's not appropriate for her to be wearing such short clothes. Anyways, moving on. In July of that same year, Kim Garam was kicked out of the group, leaving Eunchae as the only minor in the group. At this point, Eunchae was still 15 years old. Then, in October of the same year, Lesserafim came out with Anti-Fragile, which to this day is their least controversial era. It was also the peak of public's love for Lesserafim. Eunchae was still 15, soon turning 16, and there wasn't any inappropriate moves or anything with the comeback itself, but she was being exploited in other ways. Like her outfits for the behind-the-scenes stuff or variety stuff or award shows, she was being dressed in outfits that were too mature for someone her age. They were deliberately trying to put her into clothes that made her look older. A lot of the times her dresses or her skirts would be so short that if she bent down even a little bit, it would have exposed her back. This was also an issue that people were talking about, but there is a pattern regarding the Eunchae situation that I have noticed along the way. It's that anytime people would notice Eunchae's mistreatment, they would make posts about it. There were even articles about it being written, but after a few days or so, these posts and articles would start to disappear. I remember reading certain articles about how she was being dressed inappropriately and calling Hybe out for it, but I cannot find these articles anywhere anymore. And considering how Hybe is so notorious for deleting posts and videos and articles that paints them in a bad light, that makes me believe that Hybe is behind taking down those posts and articles. Well, allegedly. And this is a pattern I have noticed myself regarding hybe. Now moving on to May of 2023, Eunchae is now 16 years old and the group had another comeback with Unforgiven. This era also came with putting Eunchae in inappropriate outfits and making her do inappropriate choreographies. The overall choreography for that song is quite awkward at a lot of the points. But I remember there's this one specific part of the choreography where Kazuha is in the middle and all the girls are surrounding her and bending downwards while touching their butts. And most of them are usually wearing very short skirts or shorts. Now people might make the excuse of, oh, it's not a big deal. Eunchae was facing the camera, so it's fine if she bends down. Okay, first of all, maybe for the music shows it might be fine, but what about concerts or music festivals where there is audience even at the back sometimes? There are certain stage arrangements where the audience is surrounding the stage from every angle. If she bends down wearing her shorts, what about it then? There were some other moves as well which exposed Eunchae because she was wearing very short outfits. The fact that this keeps happening is not a coincidence. Lesserafim has always had a more mature concept catered towards their older members. There has never been a regard for Eunchae as the only minor in the group. Hybe is known for doing that with their minors. They tried everything to exploit Nikki from Enhypen as well, which doesn't get talked about as much, since their concept has also mostly been catered for their older members. Would you guys be interested in seeing a video about Nikki as well? Tell me in the comments down below. Anyways, now moving on to February of 2024. They had a comeback with Easy, which had its other controversies regarding their encore stages. Then in March of the same year, they came out with Smart, which in my opinion is where hybe just completely crossed the limits with exploiting Eunchae. The entire concept of that song is pretty sultry and the choreography is a lot mature. Most of the choreography has moves where the girls are twerking and a lot of back shaking moves. Along with that, they are also given very short outfits, which might be fine for adults, but Eunchae was also given just as short outfits, along with the choreography that is mostly focused on them twerking and shaking their butts. The entire choreography for that song is highly inappropriate for Eunchae, considering the fact that she was still just 16 years old at that point. There is one specific part that made me so upset and was completely unnecessary. It's a part where Eunchae is in the center and the other girls are standing in a line and they all do a drop with their thighs entirely open. Now, not only did they put Eunchae, the only minor of the group, in the center, but to also make her do that part while she is wearing extremely short outfits is ignorance and creepy behavior of next level. The fact that they are so openly exploiting and sexualizing a minor in front of the world is so creepy and shitty behavior. The fact that there are adults approving of this choreography for a minor to do tells you everything you need to know about their morals because they don't have any. Now, hybe being hybe allegedly has gone around deleting posts and articles that raise concerns about the situation because I can't find the articles that I very clearly remember reading at that time. So that tells you that they know what they are doing is wrong, but they are still doing it, and doing it so openly in everyone's faces is just so disturbing. Not just that, but Eunchae wearing mature outfits that a girl her age should not be wearing has still continued to this day. Recently they came out with Crazy, which thank god at least for this comeback they dressed her appropriately. But that doesn't excuse or justify them mistreating, exploiting, and sexualizing a girl who is still a minor. Eunchae currently is only 17, which is crazy. Anyone who doesn't know her age might mistake her for someone older, considering the positions that they put her in, from giving her outfits that are too mature for her or making her do choreography that is sexual and not appropriate for her at all under any circumstances. I feel bad for Eunchae. Not only has she been a victim of the current hate train, but she has also been sexually exploited since her debut. And there is a huge chance that she doesn't even realize that what is happening with her or what has happened with her is wrong on so many levels. Maybe the older members of the group also don't realize that, because you have to remember these girls have been a part of this industry since very young. Even Sakura has been an idol since she was a minor, and she also has been exploited by being made to do bikini photo shoots when she was just a little girl. 3 out of 5 members of Lesserafim have spent most of their teen years training or as idols, and when you grow up around certain people and in a certain environment, you unconsciously just accept its ways and how things happen. So there might be some chance that even the older members don't see anything wrong with that because they themselves have gone through similar experiences. Because considering how Sakura stood up for her members when their company wanted to put them on a diet, I doubt that she would stay quiet if she realized that how Eunchae was being treated is not appropriate. You can't blame the girls but the people running them, who know exactly what they are doing and how they are exploiting a minor. Eunchae will turn 18 in November, and I just hope they don't exploit her and go overboard with sexualizing her, because if they can do it while she is still a minor, while she is still underage, I don't even want to imagine what they might do once she turns of legal age. A lot of people might say that, oh, I have seen kids her age wear way shorter clothes and wear more revealing clothes. Okay, and that doesn't justify putting them in clothes that they should not be wearing at that age. Let the kids be kids. Also, Eunchae is a public figure, and we all know all the deep fake issues, underskirt videos, and sexual videos, inappropriate videos of female idols that float around in male communities or on online forums or just on the internet. Not just by the creepy fans, I don't know if you can even call them fans, but by behind the scenes staff as well. It happened with Espa, it happened with Nancy, where her pictures when she was changing backstage were leaked online. Recently, Mingyu's pictures were also leaked online by a staff while he was changing. These are called morka, which are hidden camera or illegally installed spy cameras to take pictures or videos of people without their knowledge. That in itself is a bigger issue and a crime, but these things happen all the time. Not just in front of the scenes, but behind the scenes as well. There are creepy men and women that prey upon idols, especially younger idols. I remember there were reports of older male idols waiting for Yuna to turn 18 so they can ask her out. This is not a safe industry for young idols. They need to be extra careful and protect the minors even more, considering the creepy nature of Korea being exposed on a daily basis. Just because kids nowadays are wearing short clothes, that doesn't make it right. That doesn't justify anything. Anyone excusing this would be around Eunchae's age or younger, because I don't see any sensible adult making excuses or justifying this in any way. I hope more people can talk about this issue, bring attention to this issue, and share it with others so that Hybe sees that people know exactly what they have done and what they're trying to do with the minors in the company. Not just Eunchae, but like I also mentioned, Nikki from Enhypen has also experienced similar exploitation. And maybe, just maybe, Hybe will stop. Although that seems more like my delusional wish than something that might actually happen. I know this was a pretty heavy and serious topic, but it was very important to me to bring attention to this. And that's it for this video, guys. What are your thoughts on this situation? Are there any other idols that you can think of that experience or had experienced the same amount of exploitation from their company so openly? Share with me in the comments down below, and if you stayed till the end, I really appreciate you watching, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.